What's going on, man? Welcome to Beyond Fences, man. We are more than a podcast, okay? This is a show where you can express your thoughts, beliefs, disbeliefs, argument, and convos, debates on everything from barbershop talk, hip-hop talk, lunch table talks, and our all-around favorite current industry topics. I am your host, Kill.
I am your boy, Gotti, man. Without further ado, we're going to get straight into Billboard, but not so Billboard. So, man, this year, it ain't been one song or one hip-hop album that went number one.
That is crazy.
And this is like the first time in probably a while, or the first time forever, that it has ever happened. So, Cal, what you think about that? All these people that didn't drop.
You know what I think, bro? I don't want to say, because I don't want to use this, but I'm going to say it anyways. I think our quality, bro, is diminishing. That's one. And then two, we got a lot of artists that are not on the streets because they in somebody's jail. Like, I mean, we got a lot of artists that's in somebody's jail cell right now, or doing something. Just, I don't know. And then the artists that we do have, they're not putting out the best.
I think everybody comfortable. Okay. Like, I would say I saw something real good the other day. It was a tweet. It was like, show artists' debut albums still count. And I quoted it. I'm like, debut albums should still count. Mm-hmm. Radio promotions, interviews, everybody is comfortable. Right. Everybody just putting out a song, an EP, and it's okay. It's mediocre. It's not, nobody's trying. Right. It's no efforts put into music no more. It's like Kel said, half of them are in jail. Yeah. And then the other ones are just like kind of comfortable. So I think somebody got to come out and do it for the culture. Right. Like, somebody got to come out and say, let me get this shit back on track. And I don't think it's going to be nobody new. You know how like certain shows or, in sports, we can say, oh, they need this player. They need to go get this. In music, I don't think it's that. I think it's going to take some of the greats to come back that are not those ones from, I ain't talking about 90s. I'm talking about our era of music. Yeah. I think it's going to take some of those greats to come together and start doing those features again, how they used to do back in the day.
Like, name
I would say, for instance, like, imagine how, back in the day, Wayne, T.I., and Destiny Child was on one song together. Right. Soldier, was a movement. Well, yeah. Like, the niggas was bumping, well, mainly the females was bumping it, but the niggas can bump to it, they can ride to it. So think about something like that, and not even that, there's so many other songs that I can say, like, Mercy, when everybody hopped on the Mercy remix with the Kanye West, the T.I., 2 Chainz, Dirty Money. Like Dirty Money when Nicki Minaj and DJ Khaled, all them teamed up. You got all these people, I feel like y'all need to come back together and kind of put that back in music. They don't do that no more. They don't.
They do not do that anymore, bro. It used to be like a.
Everybody used to come. I feel like everybody used to come together.
But it used to be like a current, like, I mean, it used to be a, what you call it, happen a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was known. It's like if a person come out, it's like if a person come out, they know they gotta go work with Khaled.
Yeah.
You know they gonna get a cosign from Diddy. Right. You know with the people with Wayne coming from the South, or it's Tip, or is these they gonna come together. So I just think it's gonna take that for real.
Yeah, that's what we need for real.
But for it to be the 50 years of hip hop, bro, and there's no hip hop song or number one album.
It's crazy.
That's nuts. And then shout out to Big Bro Ebro. Ebro in the morning, it's Hot 97. Ebro, Rosenberg, shout out to all y'all. Ebro got his own show on Apple. Yeah. And Ebro was stating, how artists didn't even shout out 50 years of hip hop. Right. They didn't even put up an Instagram story. They didn't do nothing for 50 years of hip hop. So it's like the game's in a weird place.
It is in a weird place.
It's in a weird place.
It is in a weird place.
But
it's what it is, man. I guess it is. Hopefully next week we'll have a Billboard with it.
Hopefully, because things can happen.
After that, because I don't know if you've seen, but Drake is supposed to be dropping something. He put up an album cover. I mean, it's so weird. I don't even know what it was, but it looked like an album cover.
Well, we ain't gonna knock it because it was the album cover for the Dogs. Drake album for the Dogs is coming out. Yeah. It's a lot of features on the album as well. I won't say a lot, but it's a great amount of features on the album. I think people are lacking that too with albums too. You're not trying to feature people on your albums. Right. That's an important piece. Your album is to show your artistry as well, but do those features. But For the Dogs is supposed to be coming out, but I feel like with Drake, we always get a tease. We don't ever get a direct date.
Never.
But it was a lot of controversy behind the album cover. His son drew the album cover. A lot of people did not know that. So there's a lot of controversy behind that, and I don't know if that had nothing to do with the release date, because I felt like when that dropped, that's when that was supposed to come out. But was a lot of controversy with that, so things was pulled. A lot of people was coming at it. I mean, his son wrote it, so he probably felt away. I don't know. I'm just saying, allegedly. So they say. So, you know, we gonna wait and see. But I am ready for the Dogs album by Drake coming out. I think we got Drake's expected to drop. Nicki's expected to drop. Wayne just did a new single called Cat Piss. That's really good. But this was a solo. But I think Swiss Beats might have produced it, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I just think it's gonna take something. It's gonna take a spark. Take a spark. It's gonna definitely take a spark.
Hopefully soon.
Soon and real soon.
Yeah, we're gonna move along to trending, man. Our trending topics. Y'all know we get into the industry stuff, man. So first things first, bro. We're gonna get into Boosie.
Boosie badass.
Yeah, we talk about Boosie a lot. Boosie badass. Because he always doing something. He's just a bottle of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So not allegedly, but him and one of his baby mothers and one of his kids, many kids. You said it right. Many baby mamas. He gifted his daughter a car for her birthday. Right? Some went on. Him and the baby mama got into it, whatever. He took the car away, and his daughter has something to say about it. Something that doesn't really sound like a child, you know. Like this little girl's only 16, right? But she talks like she's 36.
Wait, she was 16?
She's 16.
Okay.
Basically bashing her daddy. You know what I'm saying? It just looked like a group effort between her mother.
Her mama.
To go against this man that she says, you know, doesn't take care of him like she wants him to. And the mother says he doesn't give enough money. You know what I'm saying? He says the child support.
I think that's the running trend these days.
It's not enough.
I feel like that's the running trend.
I think Boosie said in the last interview that it is $2,500.
$2,500 that he pay a month.
So just for the child, you know what I'm saying?
You paying $2,500 a month.
Takes care of him. He also, you know,
that's somebody to say.
I mean, that's an agreement. That's not a court. That's just an agreement.
You giving $2,500, right?
$2,500.
You paying for the AMG clearly because you took that back. So at this point, am I supporting the mama lifestyle? Am I supporting the child lifestyle? And I think that's the problem.
That's all the child need.
$2,500 is a 16-year-old at that. That's a great amount. You know, it's some people out here
she'll be working right now.
It's some people that's working and don't even gross that in a month.
Not for real.
Like, be for real. You getting $2,500 to do nothing. You can still imagine if you was getting that $2,500. Your mama doing her own thing, and you going to work as well too. Imagine what you can be bringing in on top of that. You should be great. You got an AMG. I'm sure he's not making you pay no car note or no insurance or nothing out of that because he was able to take it back. So, man, what?
Where's my daddy about here?
Come on, say something. And you 16 at that.
I ain't saying nothing.
You 16 at that.
I don't care what this man did.
But I feel like, you know, you made your bed, now you got lying because your daddy said he cutting you off. You know, we don't ever want to see that happen with a parent and a child, but you know, you kind of said some left field things, and I think a lot of people get it confused that just because you family and just because that's your daddy and you the daughter,
don't mean you can't get cut off.
It don't mean nothing. Like sometimes family is the most toxic people in the world, they are. And you have to learn how to get away from them, cut them off. Sure. They can be holding you back from your growth, but I mean, Boosie got enough kids. I'm sure he won't miss.
He won't miss one. He's sure he won't miss one.
All this is alleged news on Beyond the Fence. This for entertainment purposes.
And allegedly, this is the only child that he has issues with. Everybody else is gravy. Everybody's school gravy. They cool with him. It's just this one child and this one baby mother that he just can I get along with it. So, when you look at it like that, it's like we kind of can see like who the problem probably is.
Who the problem probably is. I don't know. I just feel like, you know,
Boosie ain't my daddy. I don't know what he do. So
Boosie, I'm about to say.
I can't defend and saying he a great dad or not a great dad. All I know is he got a bunch of kids, and that's the only kid that got a problem with it. So you can take that information and do
what you please with it. I would say, you know,
I'm not gonna say he's a great dad because I don't know what he does. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't say that, but you know, I was about to say we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what her experience is. This by no way are we riding on Boosie's tail, but we're just looking at the obvious.
Right.
material things don't mean nothing, but
right.
it seems like your issues are because of material things.
Exactly.
So we gonna call out the obvious.
Because like, if he was giving y'all $10,000 a month, would these two women be having the same?
I honestly feel like it would have came to a point too. If that's what he started out giving was the 10K, they would have adjusted to a lifestyle in that that price range, and they would have continue to ask some more. And I think that's the problem now. Right. Ain't no way in hell a 16-year-old need more than $2,500 a month. Right. Like, it's crazy. So for me, I feel like, now you gotta deal with your consequences. Whether or not your mama had you doing that, because it is bitty baby mama, she may feel like Boosie may be doing more for the others or whatever. Looking from the outside looking in, but he said what he said. Right. So you gotta stand on it. Yeah. But in other news, speaking of Boosie, this is another person, we get into everything, politics and all. So we're going to hop on into the Donald Trump thing. Now, I'm be on the fences. All this is alleged news. And me and Kel ain't here to talk about go vote and go do all this, that, and the third. But some of y'all do need to stay woke and wake up. But we here to talk about the Donald Trump debacle. Donald Trump had to turn himself in Atlanta on Rice Street, not too far from here. But Fulton County Judge is the same place that Young Thug is held. And Donald Trump was able to fly in, police escort to the jail, booked himself, took his mug shot, and was back on that plane back to wherever the fuck he was going to. Now, the problem that I have with that is you have an Atlanta native that resides in Georgia, that stays in Atlanta. You arrest him at his home in Georgia, and he can't even get bond because you're scared of flight risk. Did Donald Trump not leave on a flight?
I think he did.
You're scared of him inciting a riot because of the whole alleged YSL thing. But did Donald Trump not have people bombard the White House?
I think he did.
Did that not happen?
I think he did.
Did that not happen when he was under power?
I think he did.
So you telling me that these same events can occur with Trump, but Thug is a rapper, and you trying to indict him off some things that were said in the songs. But this is the man that y'all had in power to be the president. I personally don't have no problem with Trump. Y'all make him turn himself in, makes things look a little weak as a government. Kill him. Your piece. I'm gonna say too much.
And it's crazy. And I know Gotti definitely feel a certain type of way because he's from the A. You know what I'm saying? And he stay here, he reside here, and everything. So he in the streets about
it hit different.
All that. It hit different.
It hit different.
You feel me? But it's crazy, bro. And it's just but the thing is, bro, I'm just so numb to the aspect of, I don't even want to get into really racism, but that color is able to get away with. And it's just another staple of when you're in position of power, right? You got money and you look like that, you get away with whatever the fuck you want. However, whenever,
wherever. But what's crazy?
You know what I'm saying?
And not even to take it off of the Thug situation, because I feel like it's very important. But it's crazy that you said, one of those words you said was, I'm numb to it. It's kind of sad that we got to get to that point. Right. Like, I can be clicking on the TikTok, clicking on the Instagram, and it's something about somebody else that have been murdered or somebody else that have been attacked by the police. I just can't even stomach to even look at it or read into it. When I should be educating myself and staying woke, but because it's happened so much, and well before this, like, I think oftentimes we forget, and this is going somewhere else, but I think oftentimes we forget, these things have been happening for many years. It's able to been suppressed and, looked over. But now it's like the past years just been rising. And it's like
nothing is, I mean, we take small steps, but like they said, they're small steps.
Small steps.
You know what I'm saying? Not big enough steps to where it don't matter how much money you got. This man's been committing crimes forever.
A long time.
Yeah, a long time.
Well before the presidency, all of that.
Committing crimes forever. And still able to get away with it to this day.
To this day.
Still.
And it's crazy though. It's just like, and it's a sticky situation because I'm honest, we like to keep it light, entertaining, and all of that. But some of these topics are very informative and they need to be discussed because I think we the next up in line, we the next up in charge. Like it doesn't get any. Like we're next up. It's not like we get any younger. We're not going backwards. We're going forward. So it's like some of us that are in that field or that following that, because like I say all the time, we all got our own paths. So I think those that are interested in that line of work, come onto these platforms and have these conversations so you can educate us more from what we know. But we still going to do our part and speak on it because it's something that needs to be spoke about and it's something that needs to be discussed. So yeah. That's enough on that. I'm gonna move on from that. Shout out to Thug. Shout out to everybody involved in that.
Free Thug.
We just ready for Thug to come home. Free Thug, and that's that on that.
Next trend topic.
Turn the topic.
Get into it.
Let's turn the topic. So this fresh hot out the press. Y'all know we stay with the latest and the greatest. So Erica Mena. Y'all know Erica Mena. Erica Mena from New York, Love and Hip Hop franchise, very popular franchise in reality TV. They have Love and Hip Hop New York, have Miami, and of course the ATL. Erica Mena and Safari moved to the A, and they were on there for I would say two, 3 seasons, but they moved during the pandemic, same time Yandy did. I feel like everybody moved to Atlanta because we'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
So like I feel like they moved to the A during the pandemic because Atlanta was the only thing still open and outside. Yeah. So they was coming to get that bag, right? I stopped. So Erica moved here from New York. Safari came from Miami. They was married. They was together. Yeah. Also Yandy in DC. We know that's a staple from New York. Yeah. But I started watching Love and Hip Hop personally years ago. Like when Jocelyn and all of them was on it, it was entertaining. Yeah. Then it became something different. I feel like what shows F up is when they remove original cast members. Exactly. You can't introduce us to these people. I get that storylines fade, but you can't introduce us to these people and then think that we're supposed to still be drawn into the show with these new additions that you just slap up to us. Bring them in as friends. Don't fade out the people that anchored the show. You got to have those anchors in shows. It's important. That's like you cannot remove anchors from shows. So back to the point, Erica Mena on this new season, latest season, and they're not even on VH1 anymore. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is now on MTV. Miami still comes on VH1, but Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is on MTV, so it's on a new network. Erica Mena, y'all know how Love and Hip Hop operate. Erica Mena and Spice, if you don't know who Spice is, Grammy Award winning dance hall queen, legend. Spice got into a heated argument, and in that argument exchange, Erica called Spice a monkey. And I think when the whole monkey topic come up, it automatically draws back in the race card. Because you can't look at a light-skinned person and say you look like a monkey. Yeah. Only thing you can really call a monkey is somebody dark and that has them features and that are of human nature, that's like real authentic from that motherland, that African, that real black. Yeah. And if she want to label herself Afro-Latina, because they like to let us pass Afro-Latina for black people nowadays. Yeah. And then people from New York, they kind of the Spanish community in New York kind of feel like they black because that's what they grew up with, that's what they grew around, so they bumped elbows with everybody. So I don't know if it was a slip up or what, but it's been announced Erica Mena will not be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta franchise no more. So I wonder if Erica gonna be back on New York franchise because it said Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in particular.
For Shosky, I think she would just to make a statement. She might not even want to do it for real. I mean, of course she probably want to do it because she want to get that bag, but just to make a statement because we already know how Erica Mena is on her shows. And, right. She's very bold. She's very bold. Very bold. Very I would say aggressive. You know what I'm saying with her. With her characters or however she is, it's just very, it's out there. You know what I'm saying? So, I think she's definitely going, you know what I'm saying? She should book her flight or drive or whatever the hell back to New York. You know what I'm saying?
She just got arrested in Atlanta. Bambi, they just got arrested in the club. So just paint it out here. Paint the picture. Follow us. We own the song. So, just got in a fight with Bambi. You divorced from Safari. He back in Miami with Amala Negra, the other one that's want to be Afro-Latina. you know, he back in Miami with her, and you got this big house out here in the A. This ain't what you used to or accustomed to.
Nah, for real.
You went out with your man. Then they strategically said Love and Hip Hop Atlanta she will not be returning to. They didn't say the Love and Hip Hop franchise. They said Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So we'll see Erica Mena back in New York. Spice, I think you got a little justice done if that's what you wanted, but I'm sure you don't want to see nobody without a bag. But it was a heated exchange. But watch what you say. But hey, I think that's gonna wrap it up on trending, man.
That's gonna wrap it up on trending, man.
Let's gonna wrap it up on trending.
Main topic of the evening, man.
Main topic of the evening.
Y'all already know we already like to get into the relationship shit. You know what I'm saying? We always love.
Yes, sir.
We love to be talking about couples and peoples. You feel me?
We always involved in a relationship.
We always in somebody's business. You know
always.
Always in somebody's business. What are the effects of being a side nigga? Side dude. It ain't gotta be no because when we use the term nigga, you know, y'all just gonna think we referring to black people.
To black people,
we gonna refer to anybody.
So we gonna say
white,
side.
Mexican.
Let's say
if you a dude on the side, and you know what, you know if you a side dude.
What's the effects of being a side dude? We just say it.
All the side dudes.
Stand up.
You know when you a side dude. Stand up, man. Be proud. Be proud.
I'm a little guilty. I'm a little guilty in this.
Got a little guilty.
I'm a little guilty in this. I had my own experiences with being the side dude, but I ain't gonna say side. I'm never gonna label myself the side dude.
Right.
So let me spin you the story. Let me spin you how it worked. So, you know, I was rocking with something, you know, we you know, didn't work out or whatever. We was dating. You know, those 3 stages of dating. Yeah. We was dating, and you know, they had somebody else that was living in the same state with them. They live in the NC, for better words.
Okay.
So they had somebody in another state with them that probably they were able to see more and do more with. I'm down here in the A. Yeah, we was kicking it, we was vibing, whatever. I pull up, you pull up, but you got somebody there all the time, you kind of rocking with them. But they were feeling me a little bit more. So it's like, I just played the role. So it's like, when I ain't calling you, let's make it clear. I'm not calling you because I'm not chasing you because I don't really care about you because you got something else going on. So you're not even that serious. But, you know, we had a little vibe. So it may be a cool night. I may be sliding through, or you may be in the A, or, you know, something like that. And we still, but it's that. When y'all get into it, you may want to call me, vent. I'm here to listen because I'm going to tell you about my shit going on in my hole too. I'm going to tell you what I got going on. So I feel like the benefits of it is like having a best friend that you fucking. Because I don't fuck my best friend. Let's make it clear. My best friend, I love her to death. Both of them. I love y'all to death. Shout out to y'all. But, you know, I feel like it's like a best friend that you could just, you know, tell everything to what you going through with your current bitch. You know, y'all, they talk about what's going on, and, you know, y'all kind of flow and catch each other vibe. What you think about it? You ever had that experience? Well, first of all, have you ever had a side nigga experience?
I mean, I don't know if I was a side nigga because I was talking to this girl who was about to have a baby by another man.
Okay.
She was still in communication with this man.
Wait, she was about to have a baby, so she was pregnant?
Yeah, she was pregnant. So she was about to she was still in communication with this man because, you know, they was about to have a baby. But she was in early stages though. But I'm just saying, they was beefing or whatever. But she was still seeing dudes though. But she was messing with me. So I don't really know if I'm gonna label that as that was my side.
The signing experience.
Signing experience.
So how was that?
It was amazing.
Was you taking her to the doctor's appointments?
No, I'm doing that.
Did you fuck her while she was pregnant?
I did.
I did. How was that?
I did. That shit. Hey, listen, bro. I know y'all hear it all the time. So y'all hear it all the time.
Ooh.
That pregnant coochie be the big coochie.
They say that though.
That's what they say. And look.
I ain't never had that experience.
They ain't lie.
I have never had that experience.
They would not lie. They would tell the truth.
Never had that experience.
It just cause you know they hormones be all over the place, so they be like extra horny. You know what I'm saying? And I love Kill love that. Kill love it. Kill love when you extra horny. I get in my mode. But I would say not even with that situation, but just like in general, the advantages, bro, or one of the main advantages, bro, it's the non-obligation.
You know, I don't owe you nothing.
I don't owe you anything. I don't have to call you. I don't have to text you. I don't have to tell you where I'm at. I don't have to tell you what I'm doing.
I don't have to be home at a certain time.
Most importantly, I gotta tell you who I'm with.
Okay, and if I do tell you, but you know what? Also, I can tell you those things, and there's no tripping. There's no
exactly
no obligation to it.
No obligation to it.
So I would say he don't be on the fence. The benefits of being a side nigga, me and Kel, we support it. Now I ain't walking around out here saying I'm no side nigga because I'm not. Nigga, I'm too lit to be a side nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Like, are you stupid? Are you dumb, nigga?
Right,
fuck.
But have you ever felt yourself falling too deep into being a side nigga, or like you might was like okay at first, you know what I'm saying? I'll be the side nigga, dude. But then after a while, you're like, I don't know. I'm starting to really like this.
I can't say that
I'm
because
starting to feel this person a little bit more than what I should be.
I can't say that because I only had that one experience. Now, I'm gonna say present day, but recently I've started to like somebody that has a dude.
Yeah, that's kind of being inside. I mean,
but I mean, I didn't really say nothing because I'm trying to peep their vibe to see if they really like. Cause you got some people out here that's with it. So before the break, camera died. We're just gonna be open here on Beyond Fences. But honestly, like I said, I be trying to test the vibe to see if they really into it. Cause there's people that be really into it, or they may be on a break. Sure. And it's okay because some people, when they be on a break in a relationship, they do other things and play around. But we grown enough to know like it's the here and that, and that's it. Yeah. But hey man, it's been another great episode of Beyond the Fences. We're gonna call it a wrap here on this one. It's been another great episode. I just want to shout out everybody that's been supporting us, everybody that's been supporting the short clips, everybody that's been doing everything Beyond the Fences. Like, it's up. So y'all already know the drill. Niggas trying to steal the float of wave, but there's only one that can really do it. It's all to the like me. Tell a brother, tell a sister, tell a mother, tell a cousin, tell a auntie, brother, step daddy, step cousin, god brother, god sister, teacher, counselor. Tune into your boys, Kel and Gotti. Each and every Monday, 8 p.m. CP time, color folks time that is. If you did not know, now you know. This is Beyond the Fences. We are out.